Every night, at exactly 2:13 a.m., my husband would wake up, quietly get dressed, and leave the house without saying a word. At first, I thought it was work. Maybe stress. Maybe something he didn't want to share yet. But there was one thing that never made sense. He never took his phone, never took keys, and he always returned before sunrise, like nothing had happened. I asked him once where he goes. He just smiled and said, "Sleep." But people who hide nothing usually hide everything. So I decided I would find out myself. That night, I didn't sleep. I waited. At exactly 2:13 a.m., I saw him move. He sat up, looked at me for a second, then quietly left the house. I waited 10 minutes, then followed him. The streets were empty. The air felt heavier than usual. He didn't go far. He walked behind our house, half hidden by vines. He stopped in front of it, and for a moment, he just stood there. Then he opened it, not like someone discovering something, but like someone returning home. I followed quietly. Inside, the air felt different, cold, still heavy. There was a small room, dim light, a table, a bed neatly made, candles burning, like someone was living there. But we lived alone. No guests, no relatives. No one had ever entered that space. Then I saw something on the wall, a photograph. My husband, standing next to a woman I had never seen before, smiling like they shared a life I knew nothing about. My heart dropped. Before I could even react, the floor creaked behind me. I turned slowly. He was standing there. "I told you not to follow me," he said quietly. His voice wasn't angry. It was calm, almost sad, like he expected this moment. I couldn't speak. He looked at the photo, then back at me, and said, "You think I was hiding someone from you, but I was trying to protect you from the truth." My breath shook. "What truth?" I asked. He stayed silent for a long moment. Then he walked toward the corner of the room where the light barely reached, and slowly he pulled something out from behind a loose wooden panel, a small locked box. He placed it on the table, and for the first time I noticed his hands were shaking. "This started long before we met," he said. I felt my stomach tighten. He opened the box. Inside were old letters, photographs, and a hospital bracelet. My name was written on one of the files. I froze. "That's impossible," I whispered. He nodded slowly. "You were part of something you were never supposed to remember." My mind went blank. He continued. "Years ago, there was an incident. A fire, a collapse. A group of people were taken to a private facility for treatment and recovery. You were one of them." I shook my head. "No, I would remember that." He looked at me with pain in his eyes. "That's the point. You don't." Silence filled the room. Then he picked up a photograph. It showed me younger, standing beside him, but I had no memory of it. "We met there," he said softly. "Not after, before." My legs felt weak. "You were injured. Your memory was unstable. They discharged you with records sealed to protect you. I left that place early, but I never stopped searching for you." My voice broke. He nodded. "It's real, but not the way you think." He walked closer. "I didn't hide this room to deceive you. I built it to keep everything we lost, in case your memories ever came back." My eyes filled with tears I couldn't control. "But why 2:13 a.m.?" I asked. He smiled faintly. "Because that was the time you used to wake up every night in the hospital, calling my name." I staggered back. Everything inside me shattered at once, because deep down, something in his voice felt familiar, like a memory trying to return, but failing at the edge of my mind. He stepped closer and said softly, "I didn't bring you here tonight to hurt you. I brought you here because your memories are starting to return." The room felt smaller, the candles flickered, and for the first time, I wasn't sure if I was afraid of him, or of finally remembering, because the truth wasn't that my husband had a secret. It was that my entire life had been waiting for this moment to be remembered.